Have you ever stopped for a moment and wondered, could you really spot an online scam before it's too late? Could you tell the difference between a legitimate email, a friendly-sounding phone call, or a fake website designed to steal your personal information? The truth is, scammers today are smarter, faster, and far more relentless than ever before. They're not just targeting random people. They're carefully designing their tricks to catch older adults off guard. They study what we click on, what we worry about, and even what we love. And then they use that knowledge to try and take your hard-earned savings, damage your reputation, or leave you feeling shaken, vulnerable, and betrayed. Some of these scams are subtle. You might think, oh, it's just a small email, or a harmless call. But the consequences can be devastating. Imagine opening an email that looks like it's from your bank, only to realize hours later that your account has been drained. Or receiving a call claiming your grandchild is in trouble, and feeling your heart race as you're pressured to act immediately. Today, we're not just talking about random warnings. We're going to reveal 6 of the newest, most clever online scams targeting seniors right now. Scams that are spreading faster than ever, using emails, phone calls, texts, and fake websites. And more importantly, we're going to give you practical, step-by-step ways to protect yourself and your loved ones. By the time this video is over, you won't just recognize these scams, you'll know exactly how to avoid them. You'll feel confident the next time your phone rings, when a suspicious email pops up, or when an unexpected message arrives from a stranger. Because no matter your age, you deserve to go online without fear, without hesitation, and with peace of mind knowing that you're prepared. So stay with me until the very end, because every second counts, and the knowledge you gain here could save you, or someone you love, from falling into a trap that could take months, or even years, to recover from. One of the most dangerous and widespread scams targeting seniors today is the fake tech support scam. And make no mistake, it is designed to terrify, confuse, and manipulate you into acting fast, often before you even realize what's happening. Here's how it usually unfolds. You're checking your email, browsing news, or chatting with family, and suddenly, a pop-up appears on your computer screen, flashing warnings in big red letters. Your computer is infected. Your files are at risk. Immediate action required. Or perhaps you receive a phone call from someone claiming to be from Microsoft, Apple, or your antivirus company. They sound polite, professional, and concerned, but their real goal is one thing: to gain access to your computer or your financial information. These scammers often look incredibly convincing. They use real company logos, even mimic the voices of tech support staff, and use urgent language to make you panic. And here's the trick: they rely on fear. Fear is a powerful tool, and it often leads people to make decisions they wouldn't normally make. Once they've gained your trust, they may ask for your computer passwords, credit card or banking information, permission to control your computer remotely. And by the time you realize what's happening, the damage may already be done. Money could be gone, personal accounts compromised, or malware silently installed, giving them ongoing access to your files and identity. Real-life example. Consider Frank, age 81. One morning, while sipping his coffee, he received a call from a tech agent claiming his laptop was sending dangerous signals. Frank, who mostly used his computer to video call his grandchildren, felt panic rise in his chest. The agent instructed him to download a program that supposedly fixed the issue immediately. Within minutes, his screen filled with alarming alerts. His banking app stopped working. Frank spent hours on the phone with his real bank, trying to reverse unauthorized transactions and regain control. Looking back, Frank wishes he had trusted his instincts and hung up immediately. Expert tips to protect yourself. Legitimate companies will never call you out of the blue about a computer problem. If you get an unexpected call or pop-up, treat it with caution. Never give out personal information over the phone unless you have verified the person's identity independently. Don't click suspicious links or download unfamiliar programs. Even if it seems urgent, it's safer to wait and verify. Ask a trusted friend or family member for help if you're unsure about a message or call. Keep your devices updated with official antivirus software and system updates, which can help block malicious attempts. Remember, protecting your device is not just about technology, it's about protecting your peace of mind. Being cautious, staying informed, and trusting your gut are your best defenses against these kinds of scams. With online shopping more popular than ever, scammers have found a new, incredibly convincing way to target seniors: the phony package delivery scam. And make no mistake, this scam is designed to make you panic and act before you think. It usually starts with an email, text message, or even a phone call claiming that a delivery to your address couldn't be completed. Sometimes it says the package is delayed, or that there's a problem with your shipping information. At first glance, the message looks official, complete with company logos and professional formatting. Some scammers even include your real name, city, or partial address to make it seem legitimate. Then comes the trap. The message asks you to click a link to verify your address, track your package, or reschedule the delivery. But here's the catch: the link doesn't go anywhere legitimate. Instead, it leads to a fake website controlled by scammers, designed to steal your personal information, your passwords, or even install malware on your device. In some cases, they'll even ask for payment, charging you for a package that doesn't exist, turning panic into financial loss. Real-life example. Take Susan, 77, who received an official-looking email one busy morning, warning her that a package would be returned unless she confirmed her details immediately. She clicked the link, thinking she was just being helpful and responsible. She entered her name, address, and a few numbers from her credit card, believing she was doing the right thing. Within hours, Susan's bank flagged several suspicious charges. It took weeks to sort everything out. And the worst part? Susan hadn't even ordered anything matching the delivery notice. She learned the hard way that even an email that looks perfectly real can be a trap. Expert tips to protect yourself. Always verify unexpected delivery notices by logging directly into the official website of the company. Never click the link in the email or text. Check your recent orders. If you haven't ordered anything, assume the notice is fake. Avoid giving personal information such as credit card numbers, social security info, or passwords in response to unexpected messages. Double-check the sender's email address or phone number. Scammers often create addresses that look very similar to the real company but have small differences. Install security updates and antivirus software on all devices, including smartphones, laptops, and tablets, which can help block malicious links. When in doubt, ask for help. Call a family member, friend, or the company's official customer service using a number you know is real. Remember, the phony package scam works because it triggers an emotional reaction, fear, anxiety, or urgency. Taking a deep breath, pausing, and verifying first is your best defense. Protect your money, protect your information, and protect your peace of mind. This is one of the most heart-wrenching and emotionally manipulative scams targeting seniors today, the grandchild in trouble scam. It preys on something that's deeply human, your love and concern for family. The scam begins with a phone call, a text, or even an email claiming that your grandchild is in serious trouble, maybe legal trouble, sometimes even medical emergencies. They may say your grandchild is in jail, has been in an accident, or is stranded somewhere and urgently needs money immediately. Here's the trick: the scammer uses fear and urgency to cloud your judgment. They tell you there isn't time to call anyone else. They may instruct you to wire money, purchase gift cards, or even transfer funds to cover bail, hospital bills, or travel expenses. They pressure you to act right away, often saying things like, "If you don't send this now, your grandchild could be in serious danger." Because the scam exploits your emotions, even careful, intelligent people can fall for it. The fear for a loved one can make you feel like you don't have a choice, even though the entire story is fabricated. Real-life example. Consider Mary, age 82. She received a call late one evening from someone claiming to be her grandson. The voice was panicked, saying he had been arrested while traveling and needed bail money immediately. The caller told Mary not to hang up or call anyone else, claiming it would put him in more danger. Mary felt her heart pounding. Without thinking, she began arranging a money transfer. Luckily, before completing the transaction, she called her daughter for advice. Her daughter quickly verified that her grandson was safe at home and that the call was a scam. Mary avoided losing money, but the experience left her shaken and emotional. Expert tips to protect yourself. Hang up immediately if a caller pressures you to act fast. Scammers rely on panic, so taking a moment can save you thousands. Verify independently. Call the grandchild directly, or another family member, using a phone number you know is correct. Do not use any numbers given by the caller. Never wire money or buy gift cards for someone claiming to be a loved one in crisis without confirming first. Report suspicious calls to law enforcement and your bank. They have systems in place to help prevent fraud and may be able to stop the transfer if caught early. Teach family members about this scam. Make sure everyone knows that a legitimate grandchild will not refuse for you to check the facts, or will allow time for verification. Remember, scammers exploit love, fear, and urgency, but trust and verification are your strongest tools. Even in moments of panic, taking a deep breath and confirming the facts can protect your money, your identity, and your emotional well-being. One of the most frightening scams targeting seniors today is the IRS or government impersonation scam. And unlike other scams that might seem harmless at first, these attacks are designed to make you panic, feel guilty, or even afraid of the law. Here's how it works. Scammers pose as the IRS, Social Security Administration, Medicare, or other government agencies. They claim that you owe back taxes, unpaid fees, or fines, and they often threaten arrest, legal action, or suspension of benefits if you don't pay immediately. The scammers are clever. They use official-looking logos, realistic forms, and sometimes even mimic government phone numbers to make the communication appear legitimate. And here's the catch. They will ask for payments in methods that are nearly impossible to trace or recover, such as prepaid gift cards like iTunes, Google Play, or Amazon. Cryptocurrency transfers. Wire transfers. Once you've sent the money, it's almost impossible to get it back, and you may have also given them personal information that can be used for identity theft. Real-life example. George, 79, received a phone call one afternoon from someone claiming to be the IRS. The caller said George owed $2,000 in back taxes, and that failure to pay immediately could result in arrest. The caller insisted the payment be made via gift cards, telling George to scratch off the codes and read them over the phone. George was terrified. The voice on the line sounded official and even threatening. But before following instructions, he took a deep breath and called his local tax advisor. That simple step revealed it was a scam. He avoided losing thousands of dollars, but the emotional stress and fear lasted for days. Expert tips to protect yourself. The government will never demand immediate payment over the phone or email. Any legitimate notice is always accompanied by official mail, detailed documentation, and multiple communication options. Never pay with gift cards, cryptocurrency, or wire transfers for unexpected government claims. Legitimate agencies do not request these methods. Verify independently. If you receive a suspicious call or letter, contact the agency directly using information from their official website, not any phone number or link provided in the message. Watch for red flags in emails or letters, poor grammar, spelling mistakes, unusual sender addresses, or urgent threats. Report scams immediately. Notify the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration, TIGTA, or the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, to help protect others. Remember, these scams are designed to trigger fear and urgency. By pausing, verifying, and refusing to act under pressure, you not only protect your money but also your peace of mind and personal safety. Among the most emotionally manipulative scams targeting seniors today are romance scams. And these are particularly heartbreaking because they prey on something very human: the desire for connection, companionship, and love. Here's how they work. Scammers create fake profiles on dating apps or social media, carefully crafting a persona that seems trustworthy, kind, and even vulnerable. They might use photos stolen from real people, write convincing personal stories, and gradually build an emotional connection over weeks or months. Once they've gained trust, they start asking for money, often claiming an emergency, a medical procedure abroad, travel expenses to visit you, legal fees or business emergencies. At first, the requests are small, almost casual. But over time, they escalate. And because you've invested emotionally, you feel compelled to help, believing you're assisting someone you care about. Real-life example. Consider Helen, 74. She met Mark on a dating app. Over several weeks, they exchanged dozens of messages every day, and he shared a seemingly believable story of being a widower working overseas. One day, he told Helen he had an urgent medical bill he couldn't pay and needed her help. Helen, trusting their connection, transferred a small amount. Weeks later, Mark's emergencies multiplied, each more urgent than the last. By the time she realized the profile was fake, she had lost thousands of dollars, and her emotional trust had been exploited. Expert tips to protect yourself. Be cautious online. Not everyone is who they claim to be, no matter how convincing their profile looks. Never send money or gifts to someone you haven't met in person. Watch for inconsistencies in stories, such as conflicting personal details, vague answers, or unrealistic excuses. Research independently. Run reverse image searches on profile photos or verify their story using trusted sources. But all of them can be life-saving clues if you know what to look for. So don't skip ahead. Don't click away. Stay with me until the very end. Because the answers you hear today could protect you, your parents, your grandparents, or someone you deeply care about. Let's begin. Let's start with one of the most common and one of the most dangerous itchy places on the body after age 70. Backhand index pointing right, your lower legs, the shins, calves, and ankles. If you feel a persistent itch there, especially one that keeps coming back day after day, listen carefully. This is not normal aging. This is not just dry skin. And it is absolutely not something to ignore. Doctors around the world are now warning that itching on the lower legs is often the very first whisper of a much deeper problem. A problem that can quietly shorten your lifespan without you even knowing. Why this itch is so dangerous? As we age, the blood vessels in our legs become more fragile. The arteries harden. The veins weaken. And the circulation slows down, way more than most people realize. When your blood isn't reaching your legs properly, something happens. Your skin begins to starve. It becomes thin, irritated, flaky, shiny, tight, and extremely dry. This dryness leads to one of the first signs of circulation failure. A deep, stubborn itch on your lower legs. An itch that lotions won't fix. An itch that returns even after scratching. An itch that often gets worse at night because blood flow slows even more when you're lying down. Doctors call this the silent signal of declining circulation. And when ignored, it can turn into something far more serious. Peripheral artery disease, the hidden killer. This type of itch is one of the earliest signs of peripheral artery disease, PAD, a condition where the arteries in your legs become narrowed or blocked. If untreated, PAD can lead to leg ulcers, chronic wounds infections, nerve damage,